What's up, guys? It's your boy Texas Gamer here. Welcome back to another Twisted video. This time we are in Twisted Legacy. We're checking out the 1.19 edition of Twisted Legacy. We're gonna eventually check out every single version of Twisted Legacy. However, as we wait for 1.22 to come out, hopefully in the near future. And so basically, here we are with the Chevy 454. You do have a modeled interior, which is, pretty shocking. And, here we are in the old Hazleton, And for those who, can't tell that we are in, old Twisted. There you can see in that top right corner, you see Twisted Beta. Outdated. This would be where the hospital would be and all that. There would not be a wall right here, however. You have a whole bunch of pillars right about there where you could, pretty much, where you have all the visits. So yeah, hopefully we can get a whole bunch of money here today. Here is the thermodynamics for today. It is forecasted to go. We are in a high day. It is forecasted 99 degrees, 88, 85 dew point, 9.2 is the lapse rate, 63 humidity, and 5,798 joules per kilogram is the forecast. Currently, we are sitting at 90 degrees, 84 dew point, 8.3 laps. Humidity is much higher than forecasted, and the Cape is 5,246. If we refresh it, you have 91 degrees, 85, so we are at the dew point. Lapse rates have yet to get to what forecast. We are far exceeding humidity forecast, and we're nearing, we have yet to reach, near what was forecasted for Cape. Already at 92, however, humidity is starting to go down, so eventually we will probably reach 60 degrees. It's already at 78. So hopefully we can get a storm as as it strengthens. And then there you have the road that's nothing but trees. Y'all remember that from, Jesse Gillette videos and all that. Back, in 2022 and all that. Hopefully I want to make a whole lot more videos here. And there is our storm. Our first storm. Not a lot of texture, and you can tell, it's in a building somewhere. You can't really tell. You can see all the lights and all that. And there's our storm right over there. It's spawned near Mizpah. So it's far south. However, storm motion's northeast, so we will see what happens. Already 95 degrees. Cape dew point's exactly where it is. It could go up higher, as time goes on. Humidity is at 71%. And all of that. 9 o'clock as this storm forms. You have the, that just regular storm cloud. And then you have a very nice texture as it builds. So, in 1.19, they were so close in making very, very good storm structures. And oh my, it just got dark. They're very close to making very nice storm structures from afar. And now, these storm structures are very, very, you know, nice. And we're going to see exactly how they are, once 1.22 comes out. We'll see how it comes out. There is the hook right there. So I might go to where part of the lake would be. Shocked they did not put a city there before. I believe 1.20 is when Part Lake was added. Correct me if I'm wrong. Part Lake would be right here. So, a lot of people. This would be a perfect spot. You could wait for the storm to form. In Prior Lake. There's Waukesha, Tin Killer, Welchinville. You have all these old cities. Wanaska. There's already rotation on this storm, so that is pretty good to see. We're here in the starter vehicle, so we don't go too fast, and we only can carry 2 probes, and we don't have the protectiveness of the TIV because we don't have it in Twisted Legacy. So yeah. Does this vehicle have a whole motor in it? So we just crossed where Prior Lake would be. And there's just trees in the hill. You can't, there's nothing. You see, now we're getting to now we're getting to Wanaska, which eventually gets removed when Prior Lake is added. That is a pretty good looking rotation. So hopefully it produces something look good. I'm gonna stop once we get to this clearing, however. We are in a server that can produce something mighty, so gotta keep an eye out for that. So there's the thing. If it's just gonna drop that, then we have an issue. So there's the funnel. It might go back up. Yeah, go back up. Go back up. Oh, it is touching down. Oh, and we have Rain Rapids. That is a pretty good looking tornado to start off. Pretty good sized tornado. Can't really tell here. However, can we go to velocity is the question. I don't think velocity exists yet. So I don't think you have velocity. I'm waiting for the new thing. That way we can get it. The new tornado warning. Alright, it looks like it's going to end up hitting Wanaska. This tornado has already gotten fairly large. And it just touched down. Good thing about these tornadoes is you can tell they're rotating. With these mesh, you can tell it's rotating. The difference between, the old tornadoes, and 1.2021 is you can't tell they're rotating. And we're about to probably die. This is not good. The tornado is getting very close. Good thing is we're not going to die. So let me drop probes. By the way, we can always buy new probes, as we're already going to soon start making money. All right, it's currently getting 70 miles per hour, 78. I'm hoping I put them in a good spot. You can see my probe right there. It has already gone pink. You can see where we were. We were kind of going away from the tornado. So, as we were going up that road, we were, we were not really in a good spot. 104 already. Oh yeah, we cannot delete probes. So we have to go back and pick them up. So that is something. 101 is our current temperature, 85, 9.3. The Cape is outperforming and the humidity is underperforming. 109, 111 currently. I don't think it is yet to hit the probe. We currently have a tornado warning for Wanaska. Looks like a tornado emergency for Wanaska. Currently, the probes are getting roughly 40 miles per hour, so it should be safe to go pick them up as the tornado is shifting. Possibly beginning to impact some of the homes over there in Wanaska. I forgot how scary it is here and when I'm here. I forgot how scary it is. So our probes are over there. The tornado's right here. So it's going, we're probably going to have, oh, it looks like it might be, changing shape. That's one of the things that, that the tornadoes do is they change shape a lot. 0 wind speeds for both. So both of them end up making over 2,000, which is really good. However, right now, both of them making roughly, both of them had made over $2,000, which is really good. There's our probes right there, so, we should be getting a good spot. If Prior Lake existed, it would be getting very badly hit right now. By the way, I think, at this point, probes don't have health, in this update. I think probes don't have health, so that's something to keep in mind. Some of these homes got hit pretty hard, but we don't have top 2 and then assistance. We have to continue chasing tornado. So yeah. Oh, looks like it might be dying. Oh, just lifted. All right. Luckily, we got it could recycle. We will see. But we already it looks like we're already starting to get a new rotation starting to drop over there. This one is looking like it's dropping again, so it could recycle. Hopefully as a wedge. That one was relatively just a cone. So yeah, it went up a little bit and now it's coming back down, so it might be recycling, which would be good, but I'm going to watch it. Oh, here comes the funnel. It looks pretty good. Looks like almost like a drill bit. This one is a pretty tall funnel. This one just enlarged rapidly as it touched down. So we got a tornado on the ground over there. This one is doing the same thing as it did, and that is a very long spike. And is it going back up is the question. Yes, it's going back up, so it touched down a little bit. This one recondensed. So that is pretty good. It recondensed. This one's coming back down. And it is on the ground. So it's doing the same thing that the other one did as it hit Wanaska. That one's, you know, if it stays on the same track, it could hit Hazleton. You know, if it expands enough. It's a decent sized funnel. This one's much larger. Not exactly a wedge, also a cone. But this version of the game brings back a whole lot of nostalgia for me, as it was around this time that, you know, I was playing Twisted. You know, of course, you know that first Twisted video coming out in 2022, and that first Twisted video, of course, coming out in, you know, 2022, I think in September of 2022. So, you know, with it being like that, you know, with it coming out in September, this one, you know, playing this one, it's, you know, really good. I think this one's starting to lift. Yeah, it just lifted. So, looked like it was changing shape, and now it looks like it just died. So, but however, we have this one. It just condensed. This one could always, you know, again, recycle. It did end up recycling, but we will see. It might be done for. It's going up into the storm. I'm going this way. It's already 4 o'clock, and it already seems like it's, you know, getting late. So, yeah, I think the days did go a little bit quicker in Twisted Legacy. But yeah, September 2022, I was playing Twisted, you know, relatively on a, you know, consistent basis. You know, it's September, October, and then I took a big break on October 25, and I came back February 24th, 2023, played it, and then took another break, played it on March 3rd, 2023, and then came back again September 8th, 2023, played a couple games, and then since January 15th, 2025, I've basically been playing Twisted ever since. Twisted 1.21 and 1.21 I've been playing ever since. And you know, imagine me leaving me playing Twisted, a whole different version of Twisted, and then coming back and seeing a whole new version of Twisted. That is absolutely insane. Oh, looks like we're about to get a floater. Oh, how lovely. How lovely. We don't have a, we're getting a floater. By the way, is there a road in front of me? No, there's not. The road is the one in front of the tornado. So the road I need to intercept on is Keysota 15. So we have our third storm. Currently thermodynamics are pretty good. 101, 85, 9.3, 59 humidity, and 5,000, nearly 6,000 cape. So That's pretty good for, late 5 o'clock thermodynamics. Looks like the tornado just recondensed, fully recondensed, so we won't have to intercept a floater. But is it heading towards Hazleton? Is the question. It is, kind of been, on this kind of track. So, if it continues, it could end up, scraping by Hazleton. It is going north, so, it has Hazleton. It may seem like it has Hazleton in its tracks. It's currently yellow, but, can it stay on the ground long enough to hit Hazleton? It touched the ground on the touchdown near Hibbing. Usually you want, to see the storms to touch down there funkly and then hit Hazleton there and then, go off. But this storm touched down near Hibbing. Currently green and we're getting shaking. I know it's going north, but it's currently green, so actually orange. I don't think it's coming towards us, but we're still getting not ground shaking, but we're still getting shaking from the tornado. So, is it confirmed for Hazleton? Is the question. Put one right there, and then we'll put the other one in downtown Hazleton. Oh man, it lifted. Actually, no, it might stay on the ground. It lifted, but darn it. It just became a rotation. So, we're not in a good spot, but Hazleton just turned their sirens on, but it could recondense somewhere, in the city, which is, something to keep an eye out. Keep an eye on. Heck, it could recondense right on top of us. So, I don't really want to be in this position, be in this spot here. It looks like the rotation is heading away, end up shifting away from Hazleton at basically the last second. So, that is good for Hazleton. Bad for us, and also because it lifted, but good for Hazleton that they don't get hit. We have another rotation, another tornado down south. It looks to be pretty red. It looks to be red. Oh my, tornado coming back down. We have a tornado recondensing right on top of us. We need to get the hell out of the way. There's a tornado condensing right on top of us. That doesn't count as an intercept. I don't know what does. Pretty large tornado just condensed right on top of us. It basically just says, everything just goes all dark. And it basically just says, you need to get out of the way. Pretty decent sized funnel to be recondensed, so that is pretty good to see. Tornado's somewhere in there. There it is. Can't see the southern tornado. Alright, just got a little glimpse of the tornado over there, just in front of us. We might end up driving through it if we're not careful. It is orange. You know, I don't really want it to go too strong if we end up driving through it. There it is right there. It is off to our south, off to our, right, left. You know, we're about to get, ground shaking here soon. There it is. Where do we need to deploy though? Probably somewhere right here. Oh, there we go. We just got brought into the tornado. Alright, I think this is a good spot to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you want more Twisted Legacy content on the channel, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And let me know down in the comment section down below what is your favorite part of the video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you all in the next one.